Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and to this video to Inktober plus watercolors. And for today I will be using this Hahnemuhle watercolor book I have designated for this Inktober series. We are already done with 24 paintings, so moving on to 25th today. So apart from the sketchbook, I will also be using this ink pens from Etcher. These are number 01, 03 and 05 from their set of 16 ink pens. And you can find here basically everything you need from the ink pens. If you're looking for a nice set, this one definitely is very nice. And I will be using a pencil. This is a 4B, but please do use a little bit lighter one because this one is quite dark and you might have problems erasing it. I'm using it because I want you to see my sketch. And then the eraser, of course. And for the watercolors, well, I guess we'll deal with that a little bit later on. I decided to do today some dices. I was thinking, you know, we could do that. We could give that a try. Why not? So this is going to be, again, quite simple. Probably all of you have drawn some dices in your life, so I believe it won't be so difficult. We'll make them a little bit bigger. So first we're gonna do a square. And if it makes it easier for you, you can just cut a square or get a little piece of paper in a square shape and then just trace it. I'm not going to do that. I won't be bothered with you know, perfection, as I haven't in this entire series. I've been really bothered with perfection, so I'm not going to do that either now. So just going to do, you know, that's going to be our first dice. And for the second one, this one is going to be slightly tilted. So again, same thing. I'm just going to, you know, turn my paper around. So why not, to make it easier for myself. And then just going to do a second one here. And it won't fit my paper, the entire one, but that's also fine. It doesn't have to fit. Like that. That's going to be the second one. So that's going to be our two dices. We're going to also do a little bit of the around it, and we're going to do a rounded corners. So this one has a corner like that. This one also a little bit rounded corner. This one will have that slice like that, and then this one again split like that. So we just have to be careful when we do our inking to, well, keep in mind that we need to do a round corner. So something like that. As I said, quite simple. Not gonna complicate with our dices. So that's it. That's gonna be our dices. Now we can just use our ink pen. I'm again using 05, and you know what I'm gonna do? I will just place it. This is from yesterday, so if you want to see that, you have the entire series of Inktober linked down in the description box, entire playlist. Not too late to join in, never too late. So let's do our inking, and again I'm gonna do the sketchy lines, not gonna make it one straight line, but just gonna do the sketchy lines. Yes, and I did place my towel because I don't want to smudge the graphite all over my hands and also all over my paper, so I just put the towel here to avoid that. So then those rounder edges, and this one like that. So that's going to be our first dice, then our second dice. Basically same thing, right? So as I said, I'm pretty sure all of you did drew some squares and really know how to do that, how to draw a square. But if not, this is just a nice exercise. Like that, per one. Like that. So let's just erase those pencil lines now. And I'm using both sides of my sketchbook, watercolor book. Why not, you know? I was first thinking to do one painting on per sheet, but then I was thinking, why? You know, we should use everything we have. So I am just painting on each side of the paper also. So like that. That's it. And I can bring this back. I'm placing this because I do really want... I don't want to spray or, you know, add some... When I start to do watercolors, I don't want them all over my previous painting. So I'm just covering. And now we have here one. That's going to be a dot for a 1. Here we'll do 5. So first do the center one. Like that. And then those two that are going to be on the sides like that, and we'll do a 3 here. Of course you can do whatever number you want, that's just up to you. So like that, and we can do here I did 6, so 1, maybe a little bit larger, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have done that bigger, doesn't matter. And then we have 4. So as you can see, I'm putting them a little bit more as an oval. And we have 2 here, so this one is going to be, you know, it doesn't have to be visible the entire way. 1 and 2. Like that. That's going to be our dices. As I said, you can do your circles bigger. Like that. We can move this now, and I'm going to do a little bit more of the shading. Actually, first I will do this part like that, and then I'm gonna get 0, 3 and just add some shadings. Now this side is going to be in a shadow, so I will just add more of the shading here on this side, some cross hatching like that. And then some maybe here, just a few like that. And I will do a few, just, this is more like adding some texture than shadows. That, and then we can do a little bit more here, like that. So that's gonna be for the first one. I will add a little bit more here in the corner, like that. So now here again, same thing on this side, a little bit more of the shades, like that. Some few here on the bottom part. Here up, like that. And also I'm gonna add a little bit more of the details all over, and I'm just thinking whether or not I want to make my, you know, insides of those dots, just do them black. So that's your also option to make them a little bit bigger if you want. If we make them to be black, you can just make them bigger, like that. Or not, you don't have to make them black also. You can make them any color you like. That would be just fine. And for those dices, I will be using quite rich red color, like that. So now we can move on, get some water, clean water, water up, and then redo it, and then do a few splatters here around it, so when we add some color, if it spreads, that would be fine. I will use this palette. So let's just get that vermilion in. You can see how vibrant that color is. So just gonna add it on top. Not gonna think about it, just add it. And like that. Also here a little bit more in the corner. And do a few splatters. Like that, and then on top some lighter version, like that. And on this side a little bit more. So don't be afraid to add color. And I will add just a little bit of magenta here into my vermilion, like that. And also just a little bit of, I have here some, no, actually I will get I'm sorry, I'll get a little bit of the black and mix that black in to create a darker shade, like that. So follow the part of my dices where I've drew the, where I have drawn the darker parts, the shades. So again, a little bit more of the vermilion. I will get a little bit more of magenta and last, a little bit more of that black. So like that, and then again add it here like that. And then some here. On our ground, right? Like that. And I will get a little bit smaller brush and a little bit more of that black mixed in here, so just a few splatters, and this will definitely dry mixed with our paints. And also just a little bit of white gouache just to create some textures to our dices, because white gouache or just a clean water will add a little bit more of the texture like that. So let's just dry that. So now that this is dry, I will just get a little bit more of this burnt umber, or actually burnt sienna. This time with this a little bit smaller brush, just some burnt sienna. Place it here and just add that onto my dices like that, and then also here on top. Spread that here. I do want some spots to stay white, so I'm not gonna go over those spots that I do have white, like that, and then some here, just a little bit like that, and some burnt umber a little bit more, and do those parts that are in the shadow the most with that burnt umber. Like that. So let's get a little bit of the black here and just add that again in those few corners, and also we can add them here. Just spread it. And then get a little bit more of the black and do a couple of splatters with the black, and then gonna pick up a little bit more of the white gouache and do a few splatters with white gouache. Just gonna add a little bit more of the white gouache here and there to create some highlights. And of course, when we leave this to dry, it will dry lighter. So let's just try that now. First, I do wanna just slightly move this. And now that this is dry, I just do want to do a little bit more of the details. I will get this gel pen from Signal, and I will just add a few details, just some highlights at the corners like that. I have some wet. So just to add a few like that, parts that are gonna be slightly emphasized. So maybe also on a few dots like that, just to add a little bit more of the textures, a little bit more of the interest. So just gonna add that. You can definitely do that with white gouache like that. And also just again that 03, and I do want some of the lines to be more visible. They got lost in our watercolors, so I do want them a little bit more stronger. So I'm just gonna go over and add those again like that. There you go. I'm a splatter fan, so I will just add a little bit more of the white gouache splatters, and I do have some here red that I did use, and I will just get that also and just do a few more details with those. Like that. So that's our dices also done in a very nice vibrant color. So guys, I hope you like this video, you enjoyed it, as also the previous ones. So same colors on these. This is just the extension of the previous one. So I hope you like it. If you do like it, please hit the like button, share it, and comment. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me. And again, thank you so much for watching this video, for joining my Inktober October, for doing this with me. It is challenging, definitely, painting every day, making video every day, but it's something that I wanted to do, that I really wanted to do. I wanted to do it last year, but I just couldn't. So now I decided I have to do it. So thank you so much for all your support and your nice comments and everything you are giving me. I want you to know that I really, really do appreciate that. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.